Welcome to PlayStation Access, my name's Nathan and this is a video about 7 PS4 Pro games that you really need to play in 4K. These are games that make the most of PS4 Pro's upgraded hardware and that really it would be a waste not to play with maxed out visuals and in some cases with retina caressing high dynamic range images. Think of it as a treat for your eyes, and here are 7 presents you should give them right now. Starting with number 1, Horizon Zero Dawn. I haven't actually played Horizon Zero Dawn yet, I'm literally saving it to play through on a 4K TV over Christmas. It's been killing me. Anyway, Rob, explain why it looks nice for the people at home, please.
I mean, if you need Horizon Zero Dawn's objective gorgeousness explained to you, then you probably don't have eyes. Every inch of Guerrilla's beautiful open world is lit to perfection. It's up there with the very best looking games I've ever played. Play it on PS4 Pro and every detail bursts into life. Individual blades of grass sway in the breeze. Hazy sunlight reaches through the clouds, picked out beautifully in HDR. Get up somewhere high and look to the horizon, and don't be surprised if your breath is completely stolen away, either by the vista or the sawtooth you didn't see creeping up behind you. Bottom line, if there's one game you want to pull out when someone comes round your house and says, "What's so good about this 4K stuff?" then Horizon Zero Dawn is that game. And now that beautiful expansion The Frozen Wilds is out, with updated animations, better snow physics and new machines to fight, you really have no excuse for waiting any longer, Nathan.
Thanks, Rob. I actually watched Rob capture some of Horizon and oh my god, honestly, did you see that? Anyway, number 2, a game I've actually played, FIFA 18. FIFA is pretty unique on this list with its steady broadcast camera that overlooks the action rather than taking us through it. On PS4 Pro, FIFA runs in a glorious 4K with improved depth of field, adding a clarity to this fixed position that strengthens the game's already strong atmosphere and sense of matchday immersion. The series has been inching towards full TV style presentation for years. This boost to quality takes it another step further. Number 3, Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. I mean, obviously. Naughty Dog, of course, has perfected the art of making us say wow for 15 hours at a time without taking a breath, delivering a series filled with such diverse locations, imaginative set pieces and raw technical expertise that Uncharted 4 is already the game we'd show aliens if, for some reason, they wanted to understand why I stay up so late collecting trophies. On Pro, the PS4's superlative title just gets more super, with a resolution boost and, the real draw here, lush HDR visuals which unleash the game's glorious colour palette in a way that has to be seen to be fully understood. And the best thing is, once you finish with Uncharted 4, you can breeze straight into standalone follow-up Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. Number 4, Call of Duty World War II. The latest edition of Activision's blockbuster shooter is a deliberate return to the series' roots, period combat that takes in the scope and severity of the Second World War and almost a remaster of earlier entries in the series, given an extra graphical edge by PlayStation 4 Pro. If you're going to experience the bullet-hell bedlam of the Normandy beach landings and a dramatic showcasing of the battles that followed, this is the way to do it. A cutting-edge reiteration and a campaign experience worth the luxury treatment. Number 5, Gran Turismo Sport. Since its inception 20 years ago, Gran Turismo has gone from offering the most realistic driving in a gaming landscape then full of cartoon racers to its current symbiotic position within the automotive industry, showcasing not just real cars in near photorealistic detail, but exploring the future of engineering through virtual concept cars. As such, GT Sport is a game that's already obsessed with the act of looking, through its incredibly sophisticated photo and scapes modes and through the gleaming perfection of each of its car models. On PS4 Pro, GT Sport gets a resolution boost, but more significantly has perhaps the best HDR implementation on the system, with fine calibration making the most of your setup and highlighting the range and contrasts on everything from the game's gorgeous vistas to twinkling rear lights under dusky skies. Number 6, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Honestly, this is the reason I have a 4K TV and the reason we're making this video. everyone has their new tech tipping point, the thing that shifts the scales from, that would be nice, to, oh, I need that now. Regular viewers will be totally unsurprised, but The Witcher 3 in 4K was, it turned out, something I needed. A reason to dive back into one of the truly standout titles on PlayStation 4, and a world crafted with extraordinary depth and skill. Riding Roach along hillsides and posing camera angles against the sunset, I'm doing it in 4K. Sailing through the misty islands of Skellige, listening to the region's beautiful soundtrack, 4K. Climbing a mountain and thinking important Witcher thoughts, KKK. 4Ks. Rob also wants you to know that Skyrim Remastered has been enhanced for PlayStation 4 Pro as well, and is also good. But you know what? The Witcher 3, mate. 4K. Number 7, Wipeout Omega Collection. It's fitting that we end on a PlayStation classic that's been perched on the cutting edge, both technically and aesthetically, for almost as long as the hardware has existed. With Wipeout Omega Collection, the frictionless futuristic racer gets a glorious homecoming, elevated by PlayStation 4 Pro into a 4K 60 frames per second HDR dream. A pounding, sleek and howling tribute to speed and style that's basically flawless until you misjudge a corner and smack into the barriers. Still, it's illustrative. The only thing wrong with Wipeout Omega Collection on PS4 Pro really is your driving. And that's it, our list of 7 PlayStation 4 games you really need to play on a 4K TV. And I didn't even mention Resogun, even though it's still one of my favourites and the explosions look amazing on Pro. And oh look, there it is. Now we can stop. Thanks for watching. Let us know in the comments about your best 4K PS4 Pro experiences so far. Do like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to the channel for loads more from the world of PlayStation.